Hey guys, Batman here, and this is my custom LEGO Flash Cowl tutorial. And this is for those of you guys who find the Flash Cowls are too expensive or you just can't get your hands on them. And I have a very helpful tip to do this. Now this is very inexpensive. It just uses this little hairpiece right here. Hopefully you guys can, hopefully that will focus right there. This little hairpiece right here, and I'm pretty sure you guys have at least like hundreds of these hairpieces already, and a little bit of clay. Now you don't need this big of a block, but just a little bit of clay, and it would go a long way. So just that much material. That's all you need. That's literally all you need, and a little bit of artisticness and some practice with sculpting. But you guys can pretty much get the gist of it, and it's very, very simple to do. And now I will do this tutorial. I'll try to do it step by step to try and get you guys to do this. Obviously, this is not going to be an hour-long video of me sculpting, as you guys can see, like from the time of this video. But I'm just going to be cutting through the video and just kind of doing it because it's going to be very time-consuming. So I'm going to like do different steps, and then I'm going to cut it, and just so you can pause the video wherever you want, wherever you need to pause it. Please pause it, and you guys can go and do your own custom LEGO Flash Cowl. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this tutorial. Okay guys, so here is the tutorial part of the video. Now I've gone through all the intro and stuff you need to use to do this. We're going to go through all the stuff you need to do this again, which is clay and this hairpiece right here, which is a very old hairpiece, but it should be pretty easy for you guys to use. Like I said, this probably came out in the 80s or something like that. I'm not sure, but I don't even know the name of the hairpiece, but it's cheap, and like I said in the intro, it's cheap, and that's why I'm using it, because not a lot of you guys have money to use for Flash Cowl buying purposes. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this tutorial. First of all, what we're going to do is put the hairpiece onto the head. Now we're going to do that real quick, and make sure you line it up with the head as well, so make sure these sideburns are pretty even. I'm trying to look at it off cam. I'm not looking at the camera while I'm doing this, so I'm going to like line it up a little bit better. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, and if you guys screw up a little bit, it's okay. I mean, I don't think the camera really picks up too much detail. So put the hairpiece on the head as such, and make sure it's pretty much straight. And as you guys can see, there's a little curve right there at the top of the head. Now there's a little break. As you guys can see, they want to get rid of that by taking off a little piece of clay here, and pretty much not too big, probably this big, not that big. Again, it's just a little piece of clay, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the top of the head right here, as you guys can see, just right there. Just put it at the top of the head, no big deal, and just make it so it's as straight as the other side, and make sure it's just really straight, because you're not going to need too much. You don't need to get the eyebrows in there, so don't be afraid that you're covering the eyebrows, because you don't need it, okay? You don't need the eyebrows. It's completely fine. You don't need it. And yeah, and you're probably wondering, well, the top of the Flash Cowl is not straight. Well, I know that, but we're going to make it straight for right now, and then we can always go over it and, you know, make that little diamond kind of shape that he has in the actual in the show, or, you know, every single Flash ever. So basically what we're going to do now is just completely, hopefully, make this as straight as possible. And yeah, obviously I'll probably fix a bunch of stuff off cam so I don't screw up everything, and just for time restraints, just because you guys don't want to watch like an hour video of me sculpting. So that's pretty much what you have in there. Again, not too hard to do. It's pretty much just very simple and very effective as well. So that's what we got pretty much right now, right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of, it's probably straightening off cam, but next part we're going to do is take another little piece of clay, and what we're going to do, get in a little roll, and you want to straighten out these little side burns right there, and make sure they're not completely, you want to make that at an angle, and just by putting that piece of clay right there, very simple, and just smoothing it upwards. It's very simple, it doesn't take much work at all, Again, it doesn't take much work at all, and you can just drop the pieces. I'm just going to drop the pieces in the background. I'll clean that up later, but it's not going to be a big deal. And as you guys can see, it looks pretty cool right at this second. Now, as we're doing this, we're actually smoothing out that little line that was right there. That was right there at the beginning, so we don't need to do that. It's no big deal. We can always fix that in a second. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this off cam right now. So just put that guy there. I'm gonna do the rest of that off cam. Okay, guys, I'm back and I've done the other side, and now we can move on to the actual cowl itself and start to make the the actual the diamond shapes across the eyes. You get falling. And now we're going to need to pull in our thumbtack, which you guys don't need to use a thumbtack, you can use a knife or anything like that, but I decided if this will freaking focus, you guys can pretty much see that this is a thumbtack. Now, we're gonna, oh my goodness, pull in the thumbtack, and I'm really liking the lighting. I'm sorry that I need to break the fourth wall right here, but I really like the lighting here. And what we're going to need to do is just make, for these little diamond shapes, what we need to do is just take a little thin piece. Now, don't make it too thick. And what we're going to do is, we'll cut that in half a little bit just so it's not too thick. And we can just smooth it out a bit better. You're going to want to take it on like the side there, just so it's not completely flesh with the sideburns. But now you're going to have to put that somewhat on the face. Cut it off where the mouth kind of starts. You want to leave enough room. You don't want to leave too much room, but just a little bit of room. So that should be good. Going to want to do that, and then for the other parts, obviously there's going to be more parts to this, so you're going to want to take a little bit more clay, like so. Just take a little bit, and you're going to do the other side as well, and then we can do the, where the nose pretty much is. Sorry if this is silent, it's just because, most of this stuff is going to be silent because I'm really trying to pay attention here. I don't want to, shut you guys off as I'm not paying attention to you. I'm trying to just really pay attention to this tutorial so I can start doing it. Sorry if it's off cam, but I'm trying to do a lot of this off cam. Trying to do this on cam. I'm not trying to do it off cam, what am I talking about? Trying to do a lot of this on cam just so you guys can see what I'm doing. But then again, it's really hard to concentrate on stuff like that, and I'm not going to smooth that out right now because it's going to ruin the sculpt. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you got there, and now we're going to do the little insides, and obviously this is not what we're going to have right now. This is not going to be the end product, of course. Take a very tiny piece right there, very tiny, very tiny. Don't want to be big at all, it needs to be very small, and just create that little section in between the eyes. I might even make that smaller, but create the little section in between the eyes just so it's not that big, and I think that's pretty much perfect in between the eyes. Now I'm obviously going to make these lines straighter in the beginning of the video, in the end of the video, just so it's not crap. I'm going to redefine these lines and make them more defined, and they're not super round, which you're going to have to do as well, but I'm going to do that off cam in just a second. Now we're going to create more lines in between, like those little triangles right there. So we're going to do that and smooth those lines out, but for now I'm just going to create the actual lines itself, just so you have an idea of what we're doing, and just so it's not completely oblivious, so you're not completely oblivious to the fact that we're doing this. Down a small piece, and what we're going to do is just put it right there as well. To be honest, this one better than when I was doing my zoom sculpt, to be honest with you. Try and smush that a little bit. So what I'm going to do is redefine those lines. So pretty much that's what you have right now. That's what you want to have. That's the lines and stuff, what you want to have for the base of it, pretty much. So I'm going to go ahead and just shut this camera off, and I'm going to be doing the rest of the smoothing out of the lines and stuff off cam and redefining everything and making sure it's okay to go in the oven, and then we can go ahead and just make that a bit better, and I'll show you guys what I have in just a second. Okay guys, so I made the lines more defined, and now they're sharper and a little bit better, in my opinion, so you guys can see right there that they're just a bit sharper and more like a flash cowl, as you guys can see from the flash. Now, it's a bit different than what the actual flash cowl is. The flash cowl is a bit bigger and this one's a bit smaller, which is definitely a plus, so that way you don't have to make, you know, redo the eyes and stuff like that, just to fit it in there, which is actually a plus. If you guys are wondering, like, where are the side lightning bolts, well, I'm not going to sculpt those on or anything, which I did do on my Zoom, but I don't really feel like doing it on this figure, because on my Flash, I just painted them on, and I don't know, I might sculpt them on, I don't know, but I might do that last minute or something like that, because I just don't feel like sculpting them is going to be something that I want to do for this figure, because right now, as you guys can see, it's pretty much already a little bit fatter, and I don't really think that putting lightning bolts on the sides is going to make that better. So I'm just going to paint them on because they're thin enough, and I don't think we're going to need to do much on that front on it. So that is the Reverse Flash head sculpt. Hope you guys found this very useful, and as I'm doing, I'm just going to rotate this and just show you the thing itself. So just gonna rotate that. So here's the top and stuff. It's very messy right now. I'm going to paint this up and then I'll end this video. But hope you found this useful, guys. As I do these tutorials, just to help you guys. I don't try to do this for money or anything like that. So I don't really get paid much from YouTube, but yeah, I do this to help you guys out, and I hope you guys found this useful. Hopefully this saves you a lot of money, because I know that flash cowls can cost a lot of money, and this was a problem that I was running into constantly, and I always had to find different ways to make this, and I just really hope that you guys found this useful. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this up, and then I'll end this video. Okay, so that has to be it for this custom LEGO Flash Cowl tutorial. Hope you guys found this useful, and as you guys can see, here's the final product of the Flash Cowl. Now, you guys can do different paint jobs on it, but obviously this was for my Reverse Flash from the CW series, so that's what I've been doing. And here's my other speedsters right here, as you guys can see, just little teasers of the Zoom figure that I've made. I'm not going to give like a 360 or anything of him, because it's for the tutorial of a Flash Cowl. Now, he does have a custom Flash Cowl as well. Now, if you're going to make a Zoom or a different kind of speedster, you do want to use a different hairpiece. Obviously, for Zoom, you're going to want to do the same thing, but just sculpt a little, like, zombie kind of demon looking thing at the bottom of the Flash Cowl, like he does have. And then for the Kid Flash, you're going to want to use the fin hairpiece and just use the actual like flash, not the rounded top, just use like the fin hairpiece, and then have a little mask at the bottom like he does have. You know, do that and look at some reference pictures and see what you can do there. So I don't think I need to do like different variants of Flash Cowls that I need to do a tutorial on. I think this one is that you guys can just pretty much incorporate this to anything you want. You can make a Captain America cowl with this. You can make basically any cowl that has this kind of design to it. My first rendition of this was actually my Captain America, and that's how I got started on making this. So yeah, it's a very weird kind of thing to do, but if you guys don't have money for the Flash Cowl, this is a perfect thing to do. So yeah, so if you guys are doing a Flash Cowl, then please tell me in the comments if this helped you in the comments down below. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up this video right now. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, visit, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Tutorial, and this tutorial is for those of you that all it incorporates is a hairpiece and some clay, and I'll show you guys the hairpiece in just a second. No, never mind. I'm just kind of you who have trouble making Flash Cowls, you know, no, not making Flash Cowls. You don't make them, you just buy them. Never mind. Very useful. I find it useful. So without further ado, let's go straight. Freaking I was about to end the thing and then I messed up. Great. So not a lot of you guys know about this Flash Cowl, but okay, this is, oh my gosh.